Hey guys, it's Babypowder. I'm coming to you with another one of my amazing multi-box gold farms, showing you how easy it is to make lots of gold with less effort and without a group. Keep watching to see how it's done.
Yeah, I'm gonna come fish today. Today will be a good day to fish. Oh man, this is boring. Wish there was a better way to do this.
Well guys, I have the solution. So guys, as you see here in the clip, I have, my 4 toons set up around, and you can't see the 5th one because the 5th one I actually have my face over top of right now, which I slide over here a little bit so you can see. And then now we'll slide on right back. But, the way I do this, I actually have my volume up and have, it's set up so that I'm constantly on that middle screen so I can listen for that one, and then I just look at the bobbers all around. And I believe it's smart to actually use one of your favorite bobbers in order from your toy section to go ahead and separate yours from anybody else who might try to come in around you. Make sure your toons are spread out enough, as you see mine are, so that way the bobbers are not getting cross with each other and you don't get confused of which one is going off and when. I also try to angle my potatoes and my toons to where they're actually casting towards the middle, as you can kind of see here. Of course, they'll throw the line any which way they want. I've also got the camera moved around towards the bobber so it looks bigger, so that way it's easier for me to tell. And like I said, I listen to the actual one in the center, because also with having your screen set up this way, that middle screen is actually either sitting on top of those screens or going to be behind them when you click on the other screen. So you constantly have to click on that center screen if you decide to use this layout that I have, because when you click on the other 4 screens, it'll actually push that middle screen to the back and you won't be able to see it. So you don't want that to happen where you have to go down to your bottom bar and pull it back out. So make sure that constantly as you're switching between the screens, which is what I did when I would go up or down, I'd make sure I click that screen one so I could make sure I'm listening to the middle screen for it to go off, instead of actually have to pay attention and look at it, and also so that way it stays up front. But yeah, like you see here, I mean, they're constantly going off. So it's not as, fishing is hard to really get into either way. But I find with this, it keeps you busy. You constantly have the bobbers going off, so you can kind of make like a little game of it. Like I said, act like you're playing whack-a-mole or something. It's just, whap, 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 and you're getting 5 times the loot. I actually did this. I could only stand to do it for about 10 minutes with my main character, who actually had fishing maxed out already, had the angler pole, and I was also even using bait and using a toy that increased my fishing. The totem thing increases your fishing by 4, and I was using that on cooldown and still multiplying that by 6 because I did it for 10 minutes. I didn't come even close to the amount of fish that I got with doing it like this. Now, with this, I actually could have got more, which we'll go over the loot here in a little bit, but I could have got more, but I actually, as you can see in the screens here, their skills are going up. I came out here at level 1 fishing skill on these toons, so I wasn't getting but trash stuff half the time until near the end of my farm. And whereas my main toon was getting the Darkmoon Daggermaws constantly, and that's what we're going after, is Darkmoon Daggermaw, and also some other items that you can get with those. So let's go ahead and we'll stop it here, and we'll hit $1 and we'll see what we got for the hour. See you there. All right guys, so I also wanted to add in that you can come over here to this vendor here, Galisa Sundew, and with your Darkmoon Daggermaw that you're fishing up while multiboxing, instead of just selling a whole bunch of stacks, you can sell stacks, and I would advise selling the stacks of Darkmoon Daggermaw, but in order to actually have other options up on the auction house and sell more at the same time, you can come purchase this recipe here It's, you know, selling on my run for 3,000 gold. It has a 0.08 sell rate, so it's pretty good. If you don't have this toy, you can get that. You can also purchase Darkmoon Firewater, sell that. I mean, they sell for 114 gold a piece on my round. They do cost, you know, 25 Darkmoon Daggermaw, but it gives you another thing to throw up there. And as you see, they're selling at a 0.41 sell rate, so they're gonna sell right away. Then you can get these pets right here: the translucent shell, Blurp's bubble, and sell those. You know, that is more. You can also get the faded treasure map if you haven't done that quest yet. You can only do it once, but if you haven't done your multi-boxers, you can do that. Get the tickets. Go get some of that transmog and sell that. Those items sell pretty good. And you could also get this mount, the Darkwater Skate, if you haven't gotten that yet. So there's a lot of things you can do other than just selling the fish, which, you know, you'll get plenty where you can, you know, still post stacks of the Darkmoon Daggermaw right here. And then also, you know, buy some of these items and throw those up on the auction house, just so you have a good variety of items to have up there. All right, guys. So now that we're back here in Dollar, let's go ahead and go over what we got. So first off, right away, we got 850 of the Darkmoon Daggermaws. Okay. We also got 3 sea ponies, which I did have to learn them and cage them because they're soulbound when you first get them. And I mean, they're not selling for much, but hey, it's a little extra value as a pet. Some people might not have it. You could always upgrade it to rare and level it up and possibly sell it for more too. Then before I go over anything else though, I want to go over these. When you're fishing, you also get these, the bloated threshers, and you also get the sealed Darkmoon crate, which you might already know if you've already been out there fishing before. Then on top of that, when you open these, they're like little treasure chests in a way. I actually had to already open these items because on my other toons because I can't mail them over, as far as I know, or I didn't try, but I don't believe you can. But we will go ahead and open the ones that my main toon got during their fishing round, which is all of these. But you know, all my potatoes got about the same amount. So when you open these, as you see, we're getting more of the Darkmoon Daggermaw with these bloated threshers. And then with the crates, you also get Darkmoon Firewater. You get these little potions, which it wouldn't let me mail the potions over, but some of them are actually going for a pretty good value. And, you know, as you see, this one here is selling on my run for 1,300. And I'm thinking the only reason why you can't mail it over is because it does say it only lasts for 7 days, so I guess it disappears after that. But you can try to sell it and get it sold before then. You just have to sell these items on different, you know, toons. But they are pretty neat. Like this one increases your size and your stats for 20 minutes. So yeah, pretty cool. Then you also get all these foods. Now, I really don't know if these foods are really worth anything. It does actually have a really good sell rate on some of them, and they are going for a decent amount. So I'll try them out, see if they work. But yeah, I don't really see there being much value with them, other than, you know, I mean, it's just something extra, I guess, to throw on there. We also got, you know, so we got more Darkmoon Firewater. Like I said, you can also trade the Darkmoon Daggermaws to add more, because as you see, we got just for an hour, which actually when I started this, I didn't even have fishing. You know, I started from the very beginning, so I wasn't even getting the Darkmoon Daggermaws right away. So if you've already leveled up your fishing, or if you're out there for a few hours, you know, of course you're going to have your fishing leveled up. You'll start getting Darkmoon Daggermaw with every cast, you know, that you pull in. So, you know, it can be a lot more than this. This I started from, you know, fishing skill level 1 and got my fishing on up. I did finally start seeing Darkmoon Daggermaws pretty much with every cast, but at first, you know, it was, you know, a few casts there that I didn't even have a Darkmoon Daggermaw. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look now. We're now, after opening up those, we got up to 891 Darkmoon Daggermaws. So let's go ahead and use our macro and see how much we got for the hour. So when we click our macro, as you see here, we got 159,953 gold. That is awesome, especially seeing, like I said, that I started at at skill level 1, and it wasn't until probably about halfway to 3/4 of the way through that I actually started to see myself getting Darkmoon Daggermaws with every cast. So if you actually come out here and do it right from the get-go and have your skill level up, I'm sure you'll get a lot more than that. So yeah, just a way to make fishing a little bit more fun. I know fishing is boring, it's very boring, but as you see, the sell rates on these fish are really good. Like I said, you can get the other items, Darkmoon Firewater, that's, sell rate's really good on that. You can sell the pets. It's a lot of different things you can do with doing this farm. And it doesn't just have to be boring and just sitting there with one toon just waiting for the thing to pop. So, all right, guys, and just in case you were curious, the amount of fish I did get on my main character, the one character by itself, was 49. So multiplying that by 6 was 282. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video on fishing up the Darkmoon Daggermaws. I hope I kind of might have helped you enjoy fishing a little bit more. I know it's one of the most boring things to do in Warcraft, but you can use this method and try to make it a little bit more enjoyable. Take advantage of it right now while the Darkmoon Fair is up. Also, if you want to do it for any of the other areas, you can do it for BFA stuff. That's where I actually kind of first got into doing it. I was doing it for BFA and fishing up stuff and making feasts and selling those. I kind of stopped at one point, which I need to point out. You may want to look out for internal bag error when you're fishing. I had an issue with that back when BFA first launched. I was fishing for the fish with that, but it seems like that's kind of went away. I mean, I actually had the fishing error in other areas. I believe I came out to the Darkmoon Fair and tried it out to see if I was still getting that error, and yeah, it seems like they finally got rid of that. But if you see that error, you might want to clear your cache and stuff like that, and disable some add-ons or something, because if that happens, if you're looting more than one item at a time, you won't get that second item, or any of the items, I think, sometimes. But yeah, but other than that, guys, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up down below. Hit the subscribe button so you make sure you don't miss another one of these amazing multi-box gold farms I have coming out. And also, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you might have liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Other than possibly fishing sucks, because we know it's not that great. But I mean, if you feel like putting that, go ahead. But anyway, also, if there's any farms you'd like for me to try to multi-box and put a video up, go ahead and put that down there. I'll try it out, see if it works. If it works, I'll put a video up. But other than that, guys, that's all I have. This is Babypowder. Peace, I'm out!